So you've poured your heart and soul into building a fantastic website. The content is perfect, you're driving traffic, but what if the one thing holding you back from real success is something you can't even see? Well, today we're going to talk about a piece of tech that can make your website faster, a whole lot safer, and, yep, way more profitable. Does this sound familiar? You get a notification, new visitors, but then you look at your analytics, and they're gone almost as soon as they arrived. It is one of the most frustrating feelings imaginable. They never even saw your amazing work. They just bounced.
But here's the thing. What if it's not even your fault? What if it has nothing to do with your images or your design? Often, the real problem is much simpler and much more basic. It all comes down to physical distance.
See, every single part of your website, every image, every bit of code, all the text, it all lives on a computer somewhere in a data center. We call this the server of origin. Now, let's say your server is in Germany, but your visitor is trying to load your site all the way over in Australia. Their web browser has to send a request for all those pieces and then wait for them to travel literally thousands of kilometers across oceans and continents. Each little hop on that journey adds a tiny delay, and all those delays stack up into a painfully long wait time. And online, every single second matters. So, how do the giants, like Netflix, Amazon, Facebook, deliver their stuff at lightning speed to anyone, anywhere on Earth? Well, they use a global shortcut. A technology called a Content Delivery Network, or CDN. It is their absolute secret weapon for conquering this problem of distance. And a CDN is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's this huge worldwide network of servers. So instead of your website living in just one single place, the CDN makes copies, or a cache, of your site's files and strategically places them in data centers all over the globe. So when that user in Australia comes to visit, they don't have to get the files from Germany anymore. Here's a really easy way to picture it. Think of your main server as a giant supermarket. It's got everything, but for a lot of people, it's a really long drive to get there. A CDN is like building hundreds of little convenience stores all over the world and stocking them with all the most popular stuff from your supermarket. So now your customers can just pop down to their local corner store and get what they need instantly. So the most obvious, immediate benefit of this whole setup is just raw speed. And on the modern internet, speed is everything. It's not just about making users happy, it's also a huge factor for your search engine optimization, your SEO. By making the physical distance for your data shorter, a CDN just dramatically slashes your website's load time. And Google sees this. It actually measures things like time to first byte, which is just a fancy way of saying how fast your server responds. A quicker response tells Google your site is high quality, and that can directly boost your search rankings.
And it's not just about being closer, either. Modern CDNs are total optimization powerhouses. They do all this stuff for you, automatically, in the background. They shrink your files, they use newer, faster internet protocols to send them, and they directly improve those core web vitals that Google cares so much about. It's like a whole suite of performance-boosting tools working for you on autopilot.
And why is all this speed so critical? Get this. For every single second your visitor has to wait past the 2-second mark, the chance they'll just give up and leave goes up by a staggering 30 to 40%. That's just a massive hemorrhage of potential customers before they've even had a chance to see what you're offering.
Okay, so beyond speed, a CDN also acts like an invisible bodyguard and, get this, an automatic money saver for your site. These are the amazing bonus features that a lot of people just don't even know about. Because a CDN is this massive distributed network, it gives you incredible security. If some bad actor tries to take your site down with a giant flood of traffic, what's called a DDoS attack, they aren't just attacking your one little server anymore. They're trying to attack the CDN's entire global network. And the network just absorbs it, blocking all that bad traffic before it ever gets near you.
And honestly, the best part is this. You don't have to be a cybersecurity genius. You don't need to know what a SYN flood is or how to set up some complex firewall. A good CDN just handles all of it for you, silently, in the background. It just works, keeping your site online.
And here's something your accountant's going to love. Every single time a user gets a file from the CDN's cache, that is data you don't have to serve and, more importantly, pay for from your main web host. Bandwidth can be shockingly expensive, so by offloading most of that traffic to the CDN, you can see your hosting bills drop, sometimes by a huge amount. Okay, so let's recap. We've got a faster site, better SEO, automatic security, and lower costs. So what does all of that really add up to? It's simple. All of these technical perks translate directly into the one thing that matters most for any business: more revenue.
There's this really powerful saying in the original source material that just nails it. מהירות היא כסף, which translates to speed is money. It is the simple, undeniable truth of the digital world. A faster experience for your customers is a more profitable one for you.
And we have the data to prove it. Study after study shows that for every 1-second improvement you can shave off your page load time, you can expect to see your sales conversion rate go up by somewhere between 8 and 14%. Just think about that for a second. You don't change your ads, you don't change your products, you don't change a single word of copy. You just make the site faster, and you make more sales.
Here's another incredible example. An online course company found that by using a CDN to make their videos load faster, they saw a 47% increase in how many students actually watched the videos all the way to the end. That's more engagement, more learning, and way more happy customers.
And the impact on e-commerce is just as jaw-dropping. One online store was seeing a really painful 62% of shoppers just abandoning their carts before checking out. After they turned on a CDN, that number plummeted to just 37%. I mean, that is a massive recovery of lost sales, all because the checkout process felt faster and smoother. And you know, the best part is you can start doing this like right now. Here's a simple plan for tomorrow morning. First, just try out a free plan from a provider like Cloudflare. It is shockingly easy to set up. Then, use Google's own tools to measure your core web vitals before and after you flip the switch. The data will speak for itself, giving you crystal clear proof of the ROI.
So here's the real takeaway. A CDN isn't just some nerdy technical upgrade for your IT team. It's a fundamental improvement to the experience you give every single person who visits your website. By conquering distance, you create an experience that's faster, safer, and just feels more trustworthy. And that right there is the foundation for a much more successful and profitable business online.